Hey everybody, and welcome back to some more Terra Nil. In the last episode, we did the flooded city. And now if you watch that one, you know that we had to deal with some geological instability by dredging up the area. And then we caused a radiation breakout and we had to clean that up. And then we had to go around and collect seeds for our newly built rocket, put those in the rocket and launch it up to space, in turn beating the game. But that's not all. You guys wanted to see some more of this game as we still had some levels to do. So I appreciate your feedback on this game so far and that you guys are really enjoying it. So now that we beat the flooded city, we still have some of the extra content that they added to the game. And that's kind of why I started this series, is to check out that extra content. And of course, you know, check out the new systems of the animals. But we're going to move on. And I think because we've done 2 in each area at this point, I think we're going to head back over here to the polar biome. And I believe we're going to work with the Polluted Fjord. That has the kelp forest, the lichen, the tundra, and the forest, and we have some unique animals here that we're going to work with. I think we've seen most of these animals. You can see them here, and they look like they're pretty much the same. This one has a little bit of a different one. I don't recognize that one, but I still think I would go with the Polluted Fjord, so we're going to check out that. Before we get started, as always, liking these videos, it really does help, and it does boost the channel, so I do appreciate if you do that, if you enjoy the video, of course. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, here we are back in the book with the Polluted Fjord. Buried under the polluted snow of this fjord are hidden landmarks you require for restoration. You'll need to melt the snow to reveal suitable areas for other buildings. First, build solar amplifiers and combustors to melt the snow. If necessary, toxin scrubbers can be built on ice, but you may find the snow easier to melt by burning a small section of greenery to raise the temperature of the region. Okay, so I can already tell we need to be careful with that, and if you zoom out here, yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely ice and snow everywhere with this little bit of a bay right here. So we have, of course, we have toxicity, and then we have all these objectives here. So let's go ahead and take a look at our objectives here. We have snow melts, fungi of the forests, and I think what I want to look at here is the temperatures. We need to make sure we don't go above, let's see here, what do we got? Nothing that I'm seeing right now. We have less than 10 degrees. Everything looks like it's less than. Okay, so this is greater than. We get the ivy. So we want to make sure that we hit these moss on boulders. We want to make sure we hit these moss on rock faces. We want to make sure we hit the snowfall. What's our current temperature? Negative 10 degrees. So I think we're going to probably have a situation where we're going to need to lower the temperatures back down. Now, we do have a flash freezer, which can bring the temperatures back down. So we may rely on that down the line. But we need to probably heat up the area first. So we just want to make sure we don't soft lock ourselves out of these objectives, which you tend to be able to do on these type of levels. So the game did suggest that we use combustors or the solar panels to go ahead and do that, but we need to have some sort of power. And you can see here, we've got no rocks, nothing at all. So we're going to have to use these tidal turbines, which we had in the last level, and use them. So we only have a couple of spots here, and we don't have any dredgers. So we're going to have to utilize these to the best of our ability. I'm going to put that down. And because we have these, we can go ahead and start cleaning up the fjord, which I want to do. So let's go ahead and get us some points by doing that. That will lower the toxicity. So we're going to grab that. We can see that the fjord is fixing. Now I want to make sure that I think we're good to go ahead and do this. I don't think there's going to be anything that soft locks me out of that. So we're just going to place these around where we get at least some points. -5, not great. Granted, I probably should have waited till we did the snow. So let's roll that back just a minute. So we want to have this. Now we're going to need a way to melt the snow, because we want to get the most points out of our toxin scrubbers by cleaning up the grass. So what I'm going to do, or not cleaning up the grass, but cleaning up the snow and able to turn these into just healed areas. So I'm going to do some testing here, and I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, invalid target. Granted, it kind of melted everything around it and uncovered it. So because of the solar hitting the solar panel, or the sun hitting the solar panels, it does heat up the nearby area, which is really nice. So what we can do is kind of go ahead and build around that, and then because of that, we can go ahead and put this here, and it's going to heal some of this. Not as much as I probably want it to, but that's better than nothing. So we can go ahead and say, hey, heal that if we want to. But I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to try and uncover some of these areas here. So let's go ahead and put our our tidal turbines. I don't know why I'm mixing up my words and probably speaking too fast again, but that's all right. And then I'm going to go put some more solar amplifiers down just so we can see this snow melt away. And because of that, we're uncovering these rocks, which in turn allows us to put wind turbines down. So let's go ahead and put some more of these down if we can. Kind of put those on the edges. And that one will probably go good here. Now, unfortunately, we can't reach out here because this tidal turbine cannot reach that. I don't even think that we can get a calcifier here either. No, we can't. So what else can we do? Let's see. We do have a combustor, so we could combust some of this area, but we don't have anything growing yet. So we want to get, for example, one of these down. Now we're going to hit +9, and that'll heal some of that area up. +7, +18. Ideally, I would like to connect these areas here because we can use the ash to kind of heal some of that. So I think I'm going to do a +9 here. That'll take some of the toxicity away and heal that area around there. Very good. Now, we're still at -8 degrees. Now, we don't really want snowfall yet because we want to heal some of this, but we want to use the flash freezers to bring it down to at least -5. So there is that goal in mind. So what else can I do here? Well, we have uncovered some rocks, and we could put that out, put some power down. We only have the limit of our tidal turbines at the moment, so I think I'm going to put one here and put one here just to get us some power going around, and then one up here, obviously. So there is that. Now, we do have the issue of melting. Now, what we could do is go ahead and put one of these down and try to see if we can melt a lot of this snow and ice. I want to see how this works. And I may redo the turn based on what we learn here. So we have that up here. We have this active ability. We need to start a fire, but we need to have a different biome for that, I believe. We can't just set fire to this grass here. We're going to need something else to do that. Now, we do have a combustor, so there is that. Granted, I don't know if this is going to work the way I think it is. Burn surrounding vegetation, increase atmospheric temperature, more carbon-dense vegetation, more effective. So we want the snow to melt. Do we have snow melts at 0? So I think as long as we get to that, I think we should be good. So let's go ahead and try to melt the snow if we can. We're going to need to get more of this grassy area. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. We do have a good patch of area that we can heal here. Let's get as much as we can out of that. 113, 114. I think we'll go for that 114 right there. Could have healed that area a little bit, but that's fine. We just need to make sure we raise the temps just a little bit. So let's get our combustor out. 5. Let's see, that'll bring it down to -3, so we'll do that. And then we'll get a 3 up here. And that should hit us at 0 degrees. And we should see the snow melting. No, it's doing that thing where it's probably got maybe... I think there's some underlying numbers, and I think we saw this in the last episode, where it says 0, but I think it's probably off a couple. I think there's a hidden number here that we can see. I think there's a decimal that we can't exactly see everything. So let's do 1 more degrees right there. We're gonna have it's a dehumidifier. Nope, let's take that back. Do a little bit of mulligan, and then there we go. Snow's melting. So we can see the rest of this undercover area here. Lots of rocks for us to work with. We have a lot of places for our wind turbines. So our main goal now is to try and get the toxicity down and get our humidity up. I don't think there's a reason why we should not get our humidity up, but we also want to try and get the snowfall optional objective here. We want to make sure that we hit every optional objective that we can. Now we need to make sure we don't go too far with that. So next is we just need to fill in this area. So let's go ahead and focus on that. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in some turbines around here. So, and you guys let me know about these editing styles that I'm gonna try. If you'd rather have me skip around, I can do that. Or if you'd rather see my process of what I'm doing, I can do a fast forward like I did for the City Skylines videos. You guys let me know what you feel like would be best down below. But for right now, I think I'll do a fast forward. And if you prefer the jump cuts, just let me know. Okay, so I'm wrapping up getting our 100% on the water and the grasslands here. And as you guys can probably tell from when I was fast forwarding, there were some points where I was struggling with our little points. And yeah, that was kind of where I was struggling at the moment. But getting to the point where we can go ahead and say, hey, we got 100%. So we're going to look at the next step here and what we need to do. So we have our 4 biomes now. Your next task is to introduce tundra, lichen, and kelp and boreal forests. Humidifiers serve as the dual purpose of lowering ambient humidity and creating flammable dry brush needed to plant forests. So we need to remember that we need to make sure that we have the ability to make forests. Now that's kind of the tough part because we have to have that burned down area, which we already have some of it. Now, the part about the moratoriums, though, is that we have to have burned down buildings. And to have burned down buildings, I believe we have to have biodomes go down. And then we have to make sure that we can, yeah, so we need to have that, and we have to have tundra, and we have to make sure that it's in range. So we can create a massive tundra in some of these areas, like 153 right there would be great. We can burn down maybe this area right here. And that'll spread, burn down some buildings, and maybe we can get some forest down here, which would be pretty awesome. So let's try and do this. And it won't be a very large forest, but it could work. I'm trying to look and see if there's anywhere else. Maybe here, because we already have some burned down areas. Maybe have a large forest down here. That could definitely work out for us, and we can keep some of the lichen up here, have a forest here. I think that would be actually pretty good, because then we can get a log in these two, and then have 2 forests. So we can have tundra up here, and then have 2 kind of lowland forests. So I think we'll go with that idea. So let's try that. We're going to put some lichen down, and then we're going to use our... Ooh, we don't have any solar panels nearby, do we? No, we don't. So we're going to have to get a solar panel down, and I think we're going to have to use 2 of them. So let's go ahead and use one right here. I got to be careful with my temps. Don't want to go too crazy with them. We need to make sure we get down enough. So solar panel, that's going to burn this entire area down here. We'll turn that into a forest. We're going to have some dead area right there, but that'll be okay. And then we want to do the same over here. And that way we also destroy this solar panel here as well. So we'll get that done. So now that this is done, we can look in here and see if we can get a good chunk of forest here. Okay, -7. Not as much as I was hoping. Yeah, not as great as I was hoping there, but hey, it's something. It's okay size. It's not like the greatest. We have +9 there, which is good. So we'll take the +9. That'll kind of spread across as well. So you have some of that going for us. So we're only about halfway there. We're gonna need a little bit more. But you can see here, our tundra is looking pretty decent. So how can I do this again? Well, we can probably have one down here, in all honesty. We can probably burn that and have some forest there. I think that could work out. Maybe have that kind of larger area there. Granted, we don't have a lot of burnable areas, so maybe a different location would work out better. We do have a large area right here, and it's kind of inland. Now, we do have some dead areas, so what we may need to do is take one of these scrubbers and clean up this land. Now, it's, you know, the toxicity is going down, which is good. So I think I'm going to do that. And then, in order to place us a biodome, we're going to need to have, unfortunately, one of these up here, but we can get some points out of this. Hopefully, we'll get a net positive. So 34, 28, yeah, we'll do a 30, 41. Let's do a 50. That should cover up a good bit of it. So now that we have that, we'll go ahead and say biodome here. Now it's a good chunk of tundra right there. So now we can use this one, and luckily we already have a solar panel here. Burn down this lower area here. Ooh, we're about to kill some foxes. All right, sorry guys. You guys spawned at the wrong time. But it'll be fine. We'll have some new biomes going down. But yeah, I think I kind of like this. It kind of separates, and then you have some kind of higher tundra. And then we also get some algae. What do we need for them? Creates lichens on rocks, and we're going to need one of these nearby. So if we put like, you know... Oh, we can't fit one here, can we? Ooh. But we can... Do we have the monorail system already? No. We do have a rock jumper, but we don't have monorails. So what I could do is put one here. It's going to be a waste of points, but then put it here. Not going to be great, but it's something. Maybe a lot more, too. Okay, yeah, those foxes, they're not too happy. Makes sense. Let's have one go here and one go here. That's going to lose us some points, but it's fine. We still need some more forest, which was kind of shocking. Minus 100, yeah, we're not getting anything out of that. 96, yeah, that's not going to cut it at all. If we can get some more burned area, that would be great. We could probably do... No, I don't really like that idea either. Bring a little bit more. But I don't think I'm going to have a great place to do this. How's our humidity? What do we need for humidity? I think I want to get humidity up so we can go and start introducing some of that. So let's look at the humidity real quick. We have lots and lots... Oh, do we not have it? Wait, cloud seeder. No, here we go. Cloud seeder. That's what I'm looking for. So 16%. Is there anything that requires less humidity? I know there's some biomes that do. So hang on, let's take a look at our biomes. If we take a look at this, yeah, so our tundra is already at the precipice of humidity, so we don't need to worry about that. Or we do need to worry about that. Toxic algae is fine, and this is fine. So really, we don't really need to worry about tundra anymore, but we do need to worry about tundra for our forests. So how can I fix this? Well, I think right here is my answer. And it's going to burn down a lot of this middle area here, but I think I'm okay with that. I think we'll have this kind of like island, we'll have this kind of like network of logs once we get them, if this level provides them, and that way our animals can kind of travel between. But we'll turn this into an area forest, and then we'll have like an area of grass right here as well. That ground's not going to burn. So we'll have that. This one will burn down, and we'll put an arboretum there. -2. I think we can deal with that. That'll give us our need there. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and start working on our precipitation. So, cloud seeder, let's put that down. 16%, now up to 50%. So we completed 3 objectives doing that. So, we need greater than 70% is our last one that we need. Now we can't put any more of the biodomes down, but as long as we don't destroy any of our tundra, it should be fine. So let's go ahead and do some more precipitation. Ooh, we're gonna need, okay, so we're gonna raise our temperature up to 15 degrees, it looks like. So let's burn some area. And we can burn this grass down here, I'm fine with that. Because once we get snowfall, it should grow back. And lichen and all that, we're not gonna have to worry about that at the moment. Granted, I think we're gonna need more rocks. I'm out of curiosity. Yeah, that'll cover that, so minus, ugh. So what I'm noticing the problem here is with our lichen, we don't have a lot of rocks. I don't know if we're gonna be able to cover that or not. -28. -25, -15. We need more rocks. A lot more rocks. And I think we're gonna have to use our calcifier for that. So yeah, let's say we have a bunch of rocks right here. I'm actually gonna create a gigantic formation of rocks around here to hopefully help us with our lichen problem. Let's have a chunk right there, because we have one of these right here, one of our irrigators. And we have this one go here, I think. Sure, yeah, that'll work. So now let's take a look and see if this helps. +27, that helps a lot. All right, so we're not even halfway there, though. We're gonna need more. So where do we have our irrigators? So we have one here, but we have no water. Can we get water? Yeah, we can. We sure can get water. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll create a good chunk of rocks around here. So we'll, we'll say, hey, create this along here. And do a couple more like that and that. Maybe put one there. Very good. And then we can say, hey, grab us a algae greenhouse. -2. Let's see if we can get some more. Let's keep pushing that. We have 394, so we need a bunch of our points. But I think we should be okay. Let's see if we can get a net positive out of this. +7. Yep, that's a net positive for us. We're gonna need a lot more. Oh, look at our narwhals are here. Hey guys, how you doing? Very nice. All right, so we're still looking at. Ooh, okay. Once again, we're gonna flash freeze a lot of stuff, so I think we'll be okay there. We do have some elk, I believe. Yep. All right, so let's keep focusing on our lichen here. We have some more areas that we can work with. I think what I should do is probably get a irrigator down and get some points back, because we are lacking a little bit, aren't we? So we have an irrigator near here. So what we're gonna need to do is we're going to put a good number of calcifiers down and the ability to put a lot of rocks down. We'll do that. Put one here as well. And one up here. I think that should do really nicely. And then maybe one out here. Now we have 94 points. We're not doing too well on our points, but that's 41 points for us. We have 135. We really need the ability to turn this water into something net positive, because I think for our algae... Oh, right. How are we going to move... Because the algae greenhouse creates lichens on the rock, then move via monorail to clean ocean and go help forests. We honestly kind of need that snowfall, I think. That'll help us gather some points. But I think our ideal... Oh, the ideal... Well, let's see if we can get the snowfall. Let's see if we can do that. We need -6. Can we get that? -5, -5, -4, 5, 6. Okay, let's try that. Flash freeze. That'll create the the snowfall to begin. And I think we also hit our other objective too that required that. So that should start gathering us some points because we desperately need it. So the snowfall has begun. And we can see that the ocean is fixing itself. We can see that the rest of the biomes are fixing itself. We have a nice waterfall right there. I like that. Maybe we can put some lichen over there. Okay, so now that we're gathering points, let's go ahead and finish our lichen biomes here. So we've got to put some more of these calcifiers down. Where's my calcifier at? There it is. And I think we can do some around here. I think it would be beneficial to put one here because we have some irrigators that we could work with. So we'll just create a bunch of rocks around here, have like a little rocky river going through here. And I think that looks pretty good. I think that should give us what we need. We'll go ahead and get one of these algae greenhouses. 37, and that should complete our biome. Very good. So, now that we have that, we need to... Oh, look at icebergs and penguins. Oh, I love it. Penguins used to be one of my favorite animals. I don't know why. I thought they were just adorable. Okay, so we have that going. Now what? Dismiss. No, handbook. Okay, so we have all that going for us. How many species do we have now? We have 4 species. You're missing 2, and I think I know one that we need, and that's the owls. Now then, we need to actually get the temperature back up, which I hate to say, but we do. And we need the ivy overgrowth, and we need to get to 15 degrees. So we're gonna have to burn some things. 5 degrees, and we'll be able to flash freeze and bring it back down. I have a feeling that'll be fine. But let's go ahead and raise our temperatures up just a little bit. The aurora is back, so that means we've healed a good chunk of the land. Now, we want to make sure that we don't destroy our forest. Let's destroy anything that we can that won't touch our forests or our tundra. Ideally, I don't want to harm those. We have a 4 there. And we're going to need to get to 15. Okay, that's going to be, not going to lie, that's going to be a little bit tough. But I think we can handle it. 4 degrees. Yeah, we'll do a 4 degrees there. We might have a 6 degrees. Ooh, perfect. All right, so we'll have 6. So we need 2 more. And then, let's not go too crazy. Yeah, 2, that's fine. We can deal with that. 16, great. So now that we have that, and actually, I think because we already completed this objective, the snow's not going to stop. I think that's how that works. Okay, let's get our precipitation done. That should be relatively easy. We just need to get to 60%. We'll do that. And let's say 7% there. What do we need? 70? 6, 7. We'll do a 7 here. We'll do a 7 here. And let's see if we can get a maybe a 5. Ooh, 11, that's a little too high for my taste. 9, nope, too high. 3, 69, 70. We can get a 5. Come on, just a 5. There it is, 5. All right, perfect. 72, 71. Yeah, let's do that. All right, cool. There's all of our optional objectives done. Excellent. So now what do we want to do? Well, we still need the kelp forests, and I'm still struggling to figure out how in the heck I'm going to do that. Because we need to move these into the ocean. And I don't believe I have monorails unless I'm blind. So I'm going to figure out how to do that real quick. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I sat here for like, I don't know, 5 minutes trying to figure out how in the world I'm going to get these altuariums into the ocean here. And the monorail was right here in the first slot. I have been looking for 5 minutes with this one thing. And I'm sure some of you in the comments are probably like, wow, he is completely blind. And you would be completely correct. So anyway, let's just ignore that and let's go ahead and throw one of these into the ocean here. Also, while I was searching for that, I did get the temperature down to -7, so all of that is fine. Our birds have returned and everything is looking great. So let's go ahead and connect one of these, go and throw one of these in here, and we'll do a 90 right there. That looks good. And then I want to go ahead and see if I can throw one over here. So we'll go ahead and click one of these. Go ahead and get our monorail. Oh, nope, hang on. Give me back. Give it back. Thank you. And we'll move one of these 64, 70, 74, 63. Let's go for that 74 right there. So we're about halfway with our kelp forest, and I don't think... No, it has attributed. So we're done with our biomes, so the kelp forests are done. So now is construct an airship and connect it to the monorail network to transport recycled building material. The rock hopper can be mark remote locations more accessible, make remote locations more accessible to the monorail network, improve the habitats of local creatures before you leave. So we should have our log now, which would be great, hopefully. Yep, there's our log. And what I want to do is this area up here, I want to connect it together. I want to say, hey, all this you guys can easily get from one point to the other, just so we can... Why is that not going there? I don't know why. Ooh, but we have owls in the trees. You can see the owls right there. That's cute. Love the owls. Very good. All right. So now we also have the Animal Observatory. Allows relocating of animal groups for a hefty cost. Oh, okay. So what animals are we missing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 animals. Perfect. Is everyone happy? Everyone except our owls. We need to figure out what's wrong with our owls. So what is wrong with you? You guys don't have enough tundra. Well, that makes sense. You guys kind of need to be up more north. How about the other owls? Are they okay? They're not all right. Yeah, no. We need to make sure. So that's Comet. What about Cloud? Cloud is happy. Okay, so Cloud are happy. Okay, well, at least we have that going for us. So those are happy. Polar bears are happy. Penguins are happy. Our narwhals are happy. Our foxes are happy. And all of our elk are happy. So all of our animals are happy. So we can honestly start cleaning up. This was a fairly straightforward level. Very fun. All right. So now that we have that done, let's go ahead and start cleaning up a ton of our monorail here. We are having to use a monorail type system for this. So I'm gonna put one right here since we do have our airship kind of up here near these rocks. And I think this should work. Maybe. I'm hoping. Hopefully that's close enough to it. And we also need a recycler station, so we'll put that there. Now, can this one reach over in this direction for me? Yes, it can. Perfect. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and collect our recycling. Let's go ahead and I didn't realize I could, but I put this on ice. That's very interesting. So we'll have that there. We'll have one down here collecting all of this, I think. And then we'll have one collecting as much as possible right here. Oh, how far can we go with this? All right, so we'll have that collect all of that. Very good. We'll have the monorail clean this one up, I think. Now, can I get all of that in one area? I can. We are missing this turbine up here. Try to get as much as we can. That looks like a good one there. Put that there. Ooh, this one's kind of tricky, isn't it? All right, let's put this one... That one's good right there, I think. Try to not miss anything. Clean up as much as we can. Got some stuff out here in the middle of nowhere. That's fine, we'll clean that up. We have monorails that we can get out here quite easily. And after I've kind of picked up everything in these recycling canisters, I think that's when I'll put the monorail system down so we know exactly where we need to go. I think that's a better method of doing that. So, I can't reach out all the way out here, so I think I'll grab that. Put a canister right here. Yeah, that'll look good to me. Oh, now we are losing points. We're going to need to go ahead and start collecting some of those. So, I'm going to just go ahead and say, hey, collect that. That'll give us 480 points. I didn't realize that we were already getting low on points there. So, a little robot helper there will clean that up for us, and we shouldn't have much issue anymore. Alright, so let's clean up this. Grab that. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this one out here. Hopefully that won't clean up that monorail right there. If it does, we'll fix it. Okay, back to cleaning up the rest of this area. Let's go ahead and get one there. And I think lastly, that one right there. Oh, no, we have an laboratorium in the middle here that didn't get picked up. All right, that's good. So now we need to get monorails out and clean up everything, and luckily that didn't get pulled out, which is good. So we'll go ahead and say, hey, clean up this if you don't mind. That'll give us a good chunk of points. And I think what we'll do is we'll go out this way instead with our monorail system. There's a lot of what we need to collect is out here. So we'll go out here, make sure that we collect that. Is that going to be enough to reach out? No, it's not. All right, that's fine. We can work with it. Go ahead and do that. That should be able to collect it. And let's go out as far as we can. Go... Oh, man, I wish I could get one out here. That should work. And I think that should reach out to that. Yep. And let's go ahead and put one here. And that should reach out to that one. Now then, do we have any rocks out here? No. So here's a bit of an issue. We don't have a lot of rocks that reach out from here to here. And can we calcify any of this? Ooh, no, we can't. So we're going to have to use a rock hopper, it looks like. So, let's go. I don't use these very often, but they do come in handy. So we can use a rock hopper, and hopefully that'll send that rock over there and be enough for this monorail to reach all the way over here. Let's test that out. So we'll have that there. And just enough, I think. I'm pretty sure that was like, we were pushing the limits of that one. We should be able to put that node there, and that should clean up the rest of that. And I think we could probably use a rock hopper over here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one here. And then use a rock hopper, because ideally I would like to reach out to this one. Oh, that one actually reaches out for me. That's, once again, probably stretching it to the limit. All right, so let's go ahead and continue in moving our way out here. Now I think we're gonna have an issue where we're gonna have to use a rock hopper because I don't think we're gonna hit that. So let's go ahead and push one out. Where's our rock hopper at? There it is. Let's see, can we get a rock to go there? Yes, and I think that's gonna be just fine for us. So I'll go there, here. Oh, we have some calcifiers out here. Okay, that's fine. We can work with that. We'll get a node out here. All right, so I think that is pretty much gonna cover everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the rest of this with our monorail network here, pick up everything that we left behind, and yeah, that's gonna probably cut it for this level. Alright guys, that is it. I think we've completed the Polluted Fjord. So this is what the level looks like. We have our whole tundra area up here. We have our forest kind of lining below the tundra, and then we have a bunch of lichen rocks over here. And then kind of a nice plains in this direction. Nothing lives over here, but that's fine. We have a ton of animals that live in this area right here. It's kind of crowded, but I'm sure they'll be fine. You know, just to kind of give them some room, I guess we can, you know, throw a log there. Granted, I don't think the logs actually go on the ice. And we can't do it anyway because I'm technically in the level. So yeah, we're gonna hit the button and then head out. And there it is, Wasteland Reclaimed. Oh, this game is just a nice game to end the day on. I'm recording this after work, and man, it just helps you feel a little bit better. I don't know what it is, but it's relaxing. It's a nice puzzle solving building game, which is just kind of nice. You see our narwhals there enjoying the kelp. Oh, very good. All right, so let's go ahead and head back to the world map. And there's our achievement for restoring the Polluted Fjord. And now we have to complete some of these other levels. And we also have a level down there in the bottom left that we've unlocked. If we look at that, we have the Polluted Bay. So we can either go do this or we can do another tropical area. I think I might do the Polluted Bay next because we haven't been here in a while. I think those are the first two levels that we did and we haven't been back since. So I might do the Polluted Bay. It has some deciduous forest, some forest, wetland, and fin boss that we can work with. But yeah, I think that's going to cut it for this episode. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you do enjoy these videos, please let me know down below. Hearing you guys say you want more is always a good note for me to look at the comment section and just, I don't know, makes me feel good about the videos, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. But that's going to cover it for this one. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day where it may be. As always, thank you for spending some of your time here, and I shall see you for the next one. Bye, everybody.